You have a day with nothing on the calendar. No meetings, no commitments, the whole day open, and you've been looking forward to it because you're finally going to get everything done. And then you can't start. Or you start and you're good for a while and then you kind of stall out. You reorganize something, you make coffee, you scroll, an hour disappears, 2 hours, and by the end of the day, you're frustrated with yourself. You don't really know where the time went because you had all the time in the world. And then a deadline shows up and everything changes. The pressure kicks in, the fog lifts, and you work, you produce something good. You always produce something good. The people around you see the output and they're so happy for you. You're brilliant. You see the recovery day after and you are sure something is wrong with you. That gap between what you produce and how it feels to produce it is exactly what I want to talk about today. I'm Genie Love. I'm a coach for neurodivergent adults, and I've been doing this work for over 25 years. The pattern I just described is common, and it almost always comes with the same question underneath it. Why can't I just be consistent? And I want to tackle that today, and I want to start by telling you it's the wrong question. Most people's picture of ADHD is the fidgety kid in the classroom who can't sit still. That's not what I see in adults, and it's kind of a bad description for kids. What I see is inconsistent attention, not a lack of attention, a brain that can be completely unavailable for 1 hour and then locked in the right conditions for 6 hours straight the next. A brain that needs the right conditions, the right pressure, the right moment of genuine interest, and then it goes. The issue isn't that the brain doesn't work. The issue is that it doesn't work on someone else's timeline, and most people have spent years or decades trying to force it to. Here's something that surprises people when I name it, but it also provides a great amount of, yes, I'm not alone. Unstructured time is genuinely difficult for a lot of neurodivergent brains. Not because you're lazy, not because you're unmotivated, not because you don't care about what's on your list, because your brain needs something to push against. Deadlines work. External accountability works. A meeting in 2 hours works. These aren't weaknesses, they're conditions that work for your brain to get started. And when none of these conditions exist, the brain doesn't just slow down, it can stall. Wide open days feel like a gift. For a lot of brains, they're actually the hardest days. What the crash is telling you, you lock in for hours, you produce something amazing, and then the next day, you struggle. You're tired. You feel broken, and you're beating yourself up because yesterday was killer, and today, you can't get started. That's hyperfocus, and it has a cost. Your brain did something genuinely demanding and awesome, and now it's paying for it. The recovery day isn't failure. The question isn't how to stop needing recovery time. The question is how to build a life that accounts for it and allows for it. So back to the question, why can't I just be consistent? Here's what I want to offer for you to consider instead. Consistency, meaning the same output, the same way, every day, isn't the goal for you. For a lot of brains, it's not even possible. And chasing it leaves you with a long list of ways that you've let yourself down again. The goal is steadiness. And steadiness is different. Steadiness means you understand your brain well enough to set it up for success. You know what conditions help you start. You know how long you can push before you need a break. You know what the warning signs look like before a crash, and you stop fighting that pattern and start working with it. This is not lowering the bar. This is the work for you, for your brain. When I work with clients on this, the first change is almost always the same: relief. Okay. Not because anything has changed yet in their day-to-day, but because they finally have an accurate picture of what's happening and permission to allow this to be. So the shame starts to lift, and now we can get rolling. We look at what conditions help you start. We build structure around the times when your brain is really sharp. We stop trying to fit a system designed for a different kind of brain and start building one for yours. The output doesn't change. You've always been capable of the output. What changes is how we get there. So if you've been carrying this around with you for a while, if you've tried the systems and the planners and the productivity advice and none of it has stuck, I want you to know the problem probably isn't you. It's that those systems don't fit. I offer a 1-hour clarity call where we look at what's actually going on and figure out where to start. The link is below. And if this video resonated, the next one is worth watching too. I'll see you there. Please subscribe so you don't miss it.